Look at this beauty I found on Facebook Marketplace. When you look at something, do you see that the glass is half full or half empty? This piece is in pretty good shape. The top drawers have some wear and chips around the hardware, but everything came with the original hardware, and it also came with a mirror, but it was chipped at the top, so I'm not sure if the buyer will want it or not. The legs at the bottom are in good shape and the brass is still intact. It has dovetail drawers. I've already wiped the furniture down with hot water and Dawn dish soap and white vinegar, and then I've rinsed it with hot water. And now it's time to take the hardware off and start restoring. I have filled the gouges of the drawers with wood filler and also filled the sides of the furniture where the veneer had chipped off. This piece is veneer, so I started with a 100 grit sandpaper. What I'm doing here is bleaching the wood in the sun so it takes the extra varnish off. This is the second coat of bleach. I let it sit in the sun until it dries, and then I wipe it down with water and a rag, and then I keep repeating that process until I have the desired finish that I want. Do you have spotted lanternflies where you live? These insects came to America from China on shipments between 2012 and 2014 in the state of New York and have moved to PA and are moving west. They are invasive, and what they do is destroy grapevines and fruit trees along with birch, walnut, maple, willow, and other hardwood trees. If you like to eat fruit that is grown locally in the U.S., you must squash these. We don't have the specific wasp predator here in the U.S. like China does, so these bugs are reproducing at an astronomical rate. They are threatening our economy in these already hard times, and they could wreak havoc on our farm, furniture, and building industry. I like fruit and I like quality hardwood furniture, so I'm trying my best to squash them. Now these are like zombie bugs. They pretend after you step on them or hit them with a fly swatter like they're dead, but they may come alive because they have like a shield on them like a stink bug, so you really have to squash them hard. The invasion of these lanternflies has reminded me of the plague of the gnats, flies, and locusts that God sent to the Egyptians because Pharaoh would not let the Hebrews go. God never promised us an easy life. In fact, he tells us that we will have hard times and troubles in John 16, and I encourage that you read that chapter. Now, the bees that you see flying around are not killing the spotted lanternfly. What they're doing is they're eating the honeydew that the spotted lanternfly leaves on the trees, and then they eat that off of there, which is also eating the nutrients off of the bark of the tree, and that's how the tree dies. Now that the drawers are dry, you can see where there's still some spots from the varnish that are left over, and what I'm going to do is just hand sand those spots off until they all look uniform. It's time to tape off the top so I can protect it when I go to do the spraying of the rest of the furniture. This is after 2 coats of paint. I've already done 1 coat of polyacrylic on the drawer tops, and now it's time to sand with 400 grit sandpaper in between coats. I just wanted to show you the difference here. This is the before I boiled in vinegar, and this is after I have boiled in vinegar and scrubbed with steel wool. It's pretty amazing how clean that the solid brass can get. And here is the finished dresser. Please remember to like and subscribe.